morning children, welcome to online class. This is Sheila, your computer application teacher. In last class, we saw Adobe PageMaker, isn't it? How to open a page, how to delete a page, how to open Adobe PageMaker, all this we saw, isn't it? Now let us see what is a text block. So what is a text block? Text blocks contains text you type, paste or import. Yes, anything that we type, a group of text together is going to be a text block. You can't see the borders of the text until you select it with a pointer tool. Which is a pointer tool here? You would have seen it, isn't it? This is a pointer tool. Using this pointer tool only we can choose a border. A text blocks can be created in two ways. One is clicking or dragging the text tool on the page or a pasteboard, then type. Okay, first what do we do is you will just select a pointer tool and you will just drag it to the you will select the text tool and you will drag it to the page that you wanted to type, or click a loaded text icon in an empty column or a page. This is how you can create a text block. So creating a text block with a text tool. How do you create? To create a text block, select T from the toolbox. What do we select? We select T. See, this is T. Select T from the toolbox. Yes, select T from the toolbox. The pointer runs into an I-beam. As you select, what happens? See the pointer. This is the pointer. The cursor. It just gets into an I type. It means you can type the content. Yes, on an empty area of the page or a pasteboard, see the outer area is termed as, this area is termed as pageboard, and this area is a page where you type. Yes, on an empty area of the page or a pasteboard, do one of the following. What are we going to do? Click the I-beam where you wanted to insert the text. Just click on the I-beam, then you people can type whatever you want. Yes, this creates a block with the width of the column or a page. By default, the insertion point jumps to the left side of the text blocks. As you type, you need not press enter key. Yes, you people can type. As it completes a line, what happens? It will automatically move the next line. Type the text you want. Unlike with a text frame, you do not see borders of the text block until you click the text with a pointer tool. For moving a text, what do we do? You will just select the text and you will see, to move a block without changing a shape. You doesn't want to change the shape. You doesn't want to do anything. Means you can just place the cursor on it anywhere in the block and you can just drag it. Click and drag it. Yes, see how they are doing. When you click and drag, what happens? It will be placed inside that box. So resizing a text block, how can you do? When you select the text block with a pointer tool, the block's boundaries becomes visible. The block's boundaries will be visible, and the two handles, this is going to be the handle. Yes, these are the handles. These handles are called as window shades. There is a dark square on both the ends. See, this is these dark squares. These are used for changing the size of the text block. Actually, we keep pulling this. As we keep pulling it out, what happens? As you keep moving it, the text block size will also change. So to resize a text block, what you can do? Click on the pointer tool. Which is a pointer tool? This arrow mark. Yes, this arrow mark is going to be termed as what? Pointer tool, isn't it? So click on the pointer tool, click on either left side or right corner of the bottom of a text block, then drag it to resize. Yes, clicking on it, what happens? You can drag it and either on the left side or the right side. What will happen? The text in the text block will reflow to fit the new size. You will just click on it and what will happen? It will move either, you can enlarge it or you can even make it smaller. As you drag, what happens? The length will become bigger. As you drag it towards the upward direction, the size will become smaller. A red triangle in the bottom window shade means there is no more text in the text block. This place, what does it represent? This represents that there is no more text in the text block. It was going to be in red. Yes, splitting the text block into two. How can you split it? Place the cursor on the bottom handle, click and drag it upward. When you release the button, bottom line, what happens? This will contain a red triangle. To make two blocks, it means I wanted to have different blocks. It means what do we do is you will just hold this border line and you will just move to the upward direction. So what happens is, at the end what will happen is it will be like this. Yes, click once on this and the cursor changes the loaded text icon. When you click, what happens? It will just change to the loaded text icon. Position this where the second part of the text is to be. Now you can just choose where you wanted the second text. You need it. Yes. How can you join the split blocks? First, place the cursor on the bottom handle here. Here, yes, and click and drag the bottom handle to the top. What happens? And the cursor on the bottom handle on the first block will drag in the bottom handle down if necessary. What happens is, as you click on it and if you move it upward, what happens is this block and this block will be combined together. This is how you can join. Yes. What about importing a text? When you insert text from other software programs like MS Word in the PageMaker, how can you do it? Choose File, Place. Yes, choose File, Place. What happens? A Place dialog box will appear. In that you people can choose your document. Yes, then click on Open. The page will be open. Make a text block to place the text. A text block, a block where you can place your text, isn't it? Click on the page to place the text will be placed in the page. If the text is to be placed is too big to fit on the page, what happens? The PageMaker allows you to place it on several pages. Say for example, if it is going to be 3-4 pages, it cannot be placed in one single page, isn't it? So what happens? The PageMaker automatically makes it to be placed in 3-4 pages. Yes. What about manual text flow? If this is not going to happen, if it is not going to happen manually, automatically, you can go for manual text flow also. Position the loaded text icon at a corner of the area where you wanted to place, then hold the mouse button and then drag the defined text blocks, release the mouse button. You will drag it. Yes, you will click on it, drag the mouse button from the end. It will move on to the next page. From there you will drag and drop. What happens? It will keep copying the text flow into a defined area. If there is more than that fits in the text block, you define a red triangle appears in the bottom. Click once on this and the loaded page text icon reappears. Now generate a new text block. Repeat this process until no more text to place. Till what will you do this? Till the text block is actually placed. Similarly, if you want to place the text in a page, position the loaded text icon at the page, at the top of the page, and then click. Text flows into the page. If there is more text that fits in the page, a red triangle appears in the bottom windows, the shade handle. Click once on this and to insert a page, you will go for Layout, Insert. Automatic text flow, Layout, Auto flow. What happens? The text will be copied automatically. Yes. In this layout, you will go for auto flow. Clear? As you give auto flow, the icon will be like this. Yes, like an S, inverted S. Place the loaded text icon at the top of the page, then click. Then what happens? The text will automatically flow on the succeeding pages. Yes, succeeding means what? Next pages. Understanding story. A PageMaker story is similar to a newspaper article. The front page of the newspaper may contain several independent articles, some of which continue on the other page. In PageMaker, several stories may appear on the same publication page and continue elsewhere in the publication. So we see what they are trying to say is your PageMaker will be very similar to a newspaper. It means the article may even start on a next page. So what happens is, to fulfill this we need something else to do it, isn't it? So we come for threading building blocks. All text in PageMaker resides inside containers called text blocks. A text blocks can be connected to other text blocks so that the text the text in one text block can flow into the another text block. Text blocks that are connected in this way, see, one text block flowing into another text block is going to be called as what? Threaded. Yes, the process of connecting text among text blocks is called what? Texting, threading text. What is the threading? Threading text, the process of connecting text among text blocks. And if the text flows from one threaded block to the other, one or more threaded blocks, what happens? It is called as story. Once you loaded a text icon, you can use 3 text flow options to place the text in a text blocks. To see, only if you are going to do this in a practical session, you people will be capable of understanding. Yes, a threaded text blocks can be identified by this plus sign in its top or bottom handles. Unthreaded text is where the text block stands alone without being connected to any other block. These blocks have nothing in their top and bottom handles. To unthread a threaded block, how will you unthread? It means you are just going to stop the flow. Select the block that you wanted to unthread with the pointer tool, then click on edit, cut. What happens? The part will be removed. Now click on edit paste in the menu bar. The block will appear in the same position, but it will be unthreaded. It is very easy to unthread. You will go for edit cut, then edit paste. You will do it in the same place only, whereas the continuation will be broken. Next, method 2. Select the blocks that you wish to unthread with the pointer tool, then choose text tool and select the text. Select all the text in the block, then click on edit cut. Next, edit paste. The same only. The block alone we will be choosing. Here they were talking about the full page, isn't it? Here we speak about a block. Placing text in a frame. How do you place the text in a frame? You can also use frames to hold the text page in a text block. To place a text in a frame, what do? We just go for frame tool from the toolbox. Draw a frame using one page maker frame tool. Either it can be rectangle frame tool or ellipse frame. It means it is just an outlet. What is meant by a frame? The outline, right? Even for your specs frame, the outline we speak about frames, isn't it? That is what we speak here also. Click on the file menu. The file menu will appear. Then click on place. First you will choose the frame, then you will click on file, place. Yes. What happens? Locate the document that contains the text you wanted to place. Select it. Click on open. The frame will to replace the text in it. See, first what did we do? We chose a shape, isn't it? A circle was actually selected. In that, what happened? They selected file, place. What happened? As we select file, place, what will happen? It will be placed inside that particular shape that we have chosen. Linking frames containing text. A single frame may not be large enough to hold an entire story when you are using a large amount of text. See, a single frame may not be enough for holding the entire story. So you can link frames together so that the entire story is actually visible. The link frames containing text. See, this is a link frame containing text. To link, so if you wanted to link a frame containing text, just we have to do this. Draw a second frame with the frame tool of your choice. Click the first frame, first selected. Then click on red triangle. What happens is it will automatically continue with the flow. Then click on the red triangle to load the text icon. Click on the second frame. Page maker flows in the second frame. And if I wanted to add one more, what happens? There will be a red line, red marker. I can choose that and I can continuously move on. So converting text into a text block. How can we do it? We can draw a frame of your choice using one of the page maker frame tool. Yes, select a text block you wanted to insert the frame. Click the frame while pressing the shift key. Now both the ends will be selected. Now you can do what? You can get into element, frame, attach content. Now what are we doing? We are adding the contents into a frame. Now the text appears in a frame. See how it was and how it happened. We selected it, we placed it inside the frame. Separating a frame from the separating a text from the frame. How can you do it? Once the text has been attached to a frame or float inside it, you can separate the text and the frame. How can you do it? You will click on the pointer tool. Now what do we do? Element, frame, delete the content. Using this, what you can do? You can delete the content. Yes. Saving, closing and opening a document. How do you save a file? We do this. File, save in the menu bar. Yes, file, save in the menu bar. Or you will give this icon. Pressing on this, you can store. Or you will go for control. Yes, a dialog box will appear. In that, you people can give your title name and it will be as publication. You can just give it as save. The path, you have to specify the path. The file name is given as file name list box. Yes, in that list box you need to give. Then click on the save button to save the document. The document is now saved and the file name appears in the title bar. Once the file is saved under a name, to save it again, what we have to do? You can simply give it as file save or control yes or click on the save button. Saving a document with a new name or in a different location. You can save a document with a new name or in a different location using save as command. Yes, what does the save as do? You can place it somewhere. You can just save it somewhere in the document. You will get into file save as or you will give it as shift control yes in the keyboard. Now what happens? A dialog box will appear. In that dialog box you can specify the location wherever you want. You will just drop down. You will have a drop down list, right? You will click on the drop down list and you people can choose the location. You people can choose the location and you people can save it. Fine. So how do you close the document? By using file close or control W in the keyboard. How do you open an existing document? File open or choose open icon in the toolbar or choose control O such that the path will be present here. You can choose the path and you can just click on open button. How do you move around the document? We do this in the general document itself, right? Moving the cursor in and out anywhere, the mouse pointer, then clicking on it, what happens? The insertion pointer will be occurring, isn't it? We do this in MS Word. The same thing is actually taking place here also. Yes, here also. So how can you move one character left, left arrow, one character right, right arrow, one word to the left, control plus left arrow, one word to the right, control plus right arrow, up one line, up arrow for down one line. To the end of the line you go for end and to the beginning of the line you go for home. And for one paragraph you use control up arrow and for down one paragraph you will use control down arrow. So scrolling on the document you have two scroll bars here. Up and down movement, left and right movement. So up and down movement is for moving in a vertical way. Left and right movement is for moving in a horizontal way. Yes, using that what happens? You can move the ruler to move the page. Magnifying and reducing the zoom tool. Using the zoom tool you can magnify, you can make the size bigger or you can even reduce the size in your publication. You can choose double click on the zoom tool to jump into the actual size or press alt as you double click the tool you go to fit in the window view. To magnify or reduce, what do we do? Selecting the zoom tool, the pointer becomes magnifying glass with a plus sign in the center. Have a look here. Yes, it will happen, isn't it? So what happens? The magnifying glass shows the minus sign. As you make it bigger, it will be plus, and when you wanted to reduce the size, it will be minus. Yes, position the magnifying glass at the center of the area you wanted to magnify or reduce. Then continuously clicking on it, what happens? It becomes bigger or smaller as per your requirement. To zoom in and zoom out. To zoom in, it means to make bigger, you can use control spacebar. To zoom out, you can use control alt spacebar. Yes. How do you format a document? Formatting a document means changing the general arrangement of the text, that is improving the appearance of the text by using various fonts, font colors and font styles. What is a font? Font is nothing but a set of colors, numbers, symbols in a certain style. Each font looks different from different. You have Arial black and all now in your text, your Word the same way. you have different styles to implement. Character formatting using character specification dialog box. So how can you do it? Select the text to be formatted, then choose type character or press Ctrl T. A character specification dialog box will appear. In this you can go change the size, change the font size, and whatever you want, the color of the text that you are typing, anything that you wanted to happen. Character formatting using color control palette. How can you do this? Its features change based on the object that is selected in your layout. See, if the control palette is not showing, then you have to do the following steps. What you have to do, just get into Windows, show control palette. A sequence of in the menu bar will appear, or click on Ctrl apostrophe in the keyboard. A control palette will appear. This is the control palette. In this you can change whatever you want. Yes. How do you change the text color? Get into Windows, show colors. In that you can choose whatever color you want. Yes, drawing we shall see in the next class. Thank you, children.